So today, it is finally time to take a look at Nexo, a Minecraft plugin made by the same person who also developed Oraxen for over 3 years, turning it into one of the most popular custom item plugins for Minecraft. Unfortunately though, after all that time, the original creator of Oraxen decided to retake access to everything related to the plugin. And Boy, who had been working on the project for years at that point, was forced to start anew. And he created Nexo, a Minecraft plugin that allows you to add a whole bunch of custom content to your game, including items, armor, blocks, furniture, and the list goes on. Pretty much anything custom you would like to add to your Minecraft server, Nexo can add for you. Just like alternatives, for example, ItemsAdder, Nexo doesn't come in free. It is a premium plugin from Minecraft and it can be purchased from Polymart and MC Models. I'll leave a link to both pages in the description down below, so you can get it from whatever website you prefer. Now, after purchasing and downloading the plugin, you want to drag it into the plugins folder of your Minecraft server. Then you want to give your server a quick little restart. Now, after you've restarted your server, you should see something along the lines of this. Over here, Nexo tells you that it has generated a resource pack with all of the custom textures that the plugin includes. Nexo comes with some blocks, items, and furniture by default, but of course, you can add a lot more along the way. When we scroll up a little bit though, you will see some red text that tells you to go to the paper config file and enable some settings to improve performance. Now, the 3 things they want you to enable are the disable node block updates, the disable trapwire updates, and the disable chorus plant updates. Now, to find these files, you want to go to the root of your Minecraft server directory, and in there you should find a folder that says config. When you go in there, you should find 2 files, one of them being paper global, and inside of that file, on line 31, you will be able to edit block updates. Make sure to set the chorus plant updates, the node block updates, and the tripwire updates to true. After that, simply save the file and restart your Minecraft server once more. After doing that, the red message should disappear and you are ready to go. Now, by default, Nexo automatically generates a resource pack for you, and that also automatically uploads it to atlas.nexomc.com. This whole process is done automatically, which means we can now simply join the server and it will automatically apply the resource pack to us, which is really convenient. Now, Nexo of course has a whole bunch of commands. The main one you want to be using though is /nexo inventory. After pressing enter, it will open a custom menu, and as soon as you see this texture, you know that everything is working correctly. And what do we see here? Well, over here we got some custom categories. So we have armor, we got furniture, and then we have tools. And when we open one of these categories, there we go. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff inside. So this is forest armor, and it comes with the plugin. To get an item, simply click on it and it will be added to your inventory. And after that, we can simply put it on. There we go. Oh, my eyes. Look how beautiful I am. That's actually really cool. Now, Nexo also comes with some furniture. So when we click on this category, we will see a bunch of furniture that this plugin comes with. Look at that. That is such nice furniture. It looks really, really cool. And this is, of course, just the furniture that Nexo adds to your server by default. If you don't want it, you can, of course, remove it and you can add a bunch more. It is a custom content plugin after all. But this is just some default stuff. But man, it looks good. It is really, really cool. When it comes to a chair, of course, you can simply sit in it. When it comes to a chest, you can of course use it to store stuff. And I just made it night to show you that these lamps you can actually turn on. Simply right click on them and bam, they will start working. That is so awesome. And then the last category that gets added by default are the tools. So you get a whole bunch of tools that come with the plugin and they are all pretty cool. Look at me! That looks awesome. I really love the design of them. But of course, this is just default stuff that kind of shows you what the plugin is capable of. The real magic comes when you add stuff to it yourself. Now, when it comes to adding content to Nexo, you essentially have 2 options. You can either create content yourself or you can download/purchase content. Now, if you are looking for a place to get content for Nexo, then MC Models is the place to be. Nexo is one of their official partners, which means you can purchase Nexo from MC Models, but a lot of the resources they offer on their website have pre-made config files for Nexo too. Now, many of these custom models will of course be paid, but like you can see, there are some free ones there. Usually the creators of these packs will clarify on their page what config files the pack comes with. In this case, we can easily use it with both Nexo and ItemsAdder. Now, after downloading the pack and opening the zip, these are all the files you should see. Now, of course, it depends per pack what you get exactly as soon as you download it. With this pack, we simply get a folder called Nexo, and this folder you simply want to drag into the plugins folder of your Minecraft server. Most server hosts don't allow you to simply drag in a folder, so you might want to zip the Nexo folder first, then simply upload the zip file to the plugins folder of your Minecraft server, and then unarchive it there. Don't forget to delete the zip file after, and when we after that go to the Nexo folder and click on items, you will see something new has appeared here. After rebooting your server again, you can join straight away. The pack has automatically been updated, which means when we now go to Nexo inventory, the new pack we just added is already there. So we now got a beautiful plushie and a poster and a single bed, a small shelf and a string light. And this all 100% for free. Look at that! That's awesome. And here we got a bed as well. And here we got a poster. Look at that. That's so cool. A small shelf as well. And there we got the string lights. And it was so easy to add. Now, if you are already using either Oraxen or ItemsAdder, it is going to be really easy for you to switch to Nexo. Migration is fully built into the plugin and it's not going to be hard to switch at all. It does warn you that it is unlikely to be flawless, but it will get you a big part of the way there. Now, of course, if you don't just want to download pre-made items, but you also want to make items of your own, you can totally do this. On the Nexo wiki, there is a lot of documentation on how to create an item and add it to Nexo. Over here in the items tab, you will find a bunch of information on what components you can use, what a config file of an item should roughly look like. It will teach you how to use item templates, item names, display names, materials, colors, lores, and the list goes on. There are so many options. Now, of course, the resource pack and file structure of Nexo is really important if you want to add content of your own. So here they have a big explanation on how that all works, including the option to obfuscate your resource pack. In other words, this is an option to protect your resource pack from people who might try to steal your textures. There is also a detailed explanation on how custom armor works. There is an explanation on how glyphs work, and Nexo glyphs are really cool. Like it says here, it is a custom texture that can render everywhere in game where text appears. So you can use this for emojis, but also those custom rank textures that are getting more and more popular can be added this way. Sounds is also something you can add, and of course furniture as well. Now, making this content for yourself is totally possible, but can be challenging. If you would like me to make a video about it in the future, definitely let me know. But I do want to highlight that MC Models does have all of this content available on their website. From chat and rank resources to furniture, entities, sounds, everything is here. If you are interested in adding items of your own, I would also highly recommend taking a look at all the default items, because they give you a pretty detailed insight on how it all works. So when we go to items and then we open Nexo defaults and we, for example, click on the armor, then here you can see how all of that armor is configured. You can see the name of the item, what material it actually is, before getting retextured by this model. You can choose how and where it is equipable, stuff like that. It's awesome. Now, the last thing I want to show you today is how to make a crafting recipe for a custom Nexo item, because currently none of the items you see here are actually craftable. Now, of course, you don't have to create a crafting recipe. In theory, you could also just add all of these items to a shop so players can purchase them in-game. But if you do want to make them craftable, this is how you do it. First, we're gonna open the Nexo inventory and we're gonna grab an item that we want to make a recipe for. I'm gonna pick the plushie because why not? Then we need to grab the items that we want included in the recipe. So let me grab some white wool. There we go. Now, to actually make the recipe, we're gonna type /Nexo, after that recipes, and then you want to choose builder. After that, you need to choose what type of recipe it should be. So should it be a regular shaped or shapeless crafting recipe? Should it be something that you have to melt in a furnace? Do you want to add a blasting or smoking recipe? Or do you want it to be available in the stone cutter menu? In my case, I'm just gonna do a shapeless recipe. And after that, we get this menu. Now what we can do is we can simply put items inside of this crafting table. For example, filling up every single slot. And then the item that we want to craft, we have to put in here. The crafting recipe is done. Now what we have to do is type /nexo recipes again. This time we want to save a recipe. Now we need to give it a name. So I'm going to call it plushie. And after that you need to give it a permission. So basically players with this permission will be able to use this crafting recipe. You can make this anything you want. I'm going to do nexo.craft.plushie because why not? After that I'm going to press enter. There we go. The recipe was successfully saved. Now you quickly want to do /nexo reload. It will also reload the texture pack just in case you change something there. And now when we grab a crafting table and fill every single slot with white wool, you will see there it is. Now we have a second plushie. Look at that. And that's gonna be it for today. Do make sure to subscribe to my channel, join my Discord. Thank you so much, channel members. And then I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. See you later. Bye bye.